Yep, that's me, and you're probably wondering how I ended up in this situation.
Oh, there's so much in there.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Well, living on a sailboat is kind of like spinning a wheel of chaos. And today, I hit suspicious, icky, smelly goo with a healthy side order of assorted broken stuff. Lucky me.
You lost a piece.
Did I?
Yep.
Great. Well, the maintenance, it just never, ever stops. On the sail here, we noticed that our hatch in the back was leaking, and I took it apart and found out why. Imagine these hinges are screwed in and mounted like this. The hatch is supposed to open up like this, but you see how much play there is in the hinges? Like that. The hinges are just moving around. And the reason is because there used to be some black inserts in there that centered the mounting bolts. And you can see what's happened to them. They've just turned into, over the years, they've just been pulverized. And so it's obviously, look where we are. There's just nothing, but I have an idea. I've dug out some stuff. Here's the one that's in best shape. So you can see what it looks like. It's got a hole in it. It's 16 millimeters outside diameter, but see how cracked it is? If I crumble it, it just basically crumbles in my hand. And that's what's supposed to keep the bolts centered in the mount so that when you close it, it doesn't move up and down and it compresses the seal. But I found this hose, which is 16 millimeter ID hose. It's exactly the same as that, a nice fit. So what my plan is I'm gonna use this stuff, this thickened epoxy. I'm gonna cut sections of this hose to the length of the bushings that I need. I'm gonna fill this with the thickened epoxy, let it cure, and then I haven't quite figured this part out yet, but I'm either gonna drill a hole down the center, or I'm gonna put a bolt in there that's centered and then fill the epoxy around it. So one of those two methods. So anyway, that's the plan. And I'm gonna try and get it so that at least we can not have to worry about the hatch leaking when we sail until I can get some spare parts. When you've got nothing around, improvising hits a whole new level. Sometimes it's not about having the right tools. It's about making something work with what you've got. But I absolutely love MacGyvering stuff together. I'd go so far as to say it's actually a little more fun to do it with what you have than to actually have the right part. Right after I thought about the thickened epoxy, I had another idea. Fuel hose. So this is just about the right outside diameter. It's a bigger inside diameter, but look, I found some bigger Allen keys and I cut a piece of fuel hose so that it fits there. And I put this in there like that. Then it's just about the right size. And I think if I can compress the fuel hose a little bit by tightening the bolt down, it'll maybe squish it and expand it out a little bit. In any case, there's way less play than there was with those worn out bushings. So maybe this will at least get us somewhere until I can get the right parts. I'm excited about this. I think it'll be a lot easier if it works. I'm gonna give it a shot.
So Brian is out there doing some boat projects. I've been putting together some homeschooling activities for Sierra, and this one is all about like family. And of course I ended up down this rabbit hole of just like old pictures of when Brian and I first met in New Zealand. And I remember on one of our first dates, he asked me what I thought the purpose of life was, maybe like a little test. And I told him to be as happy as I can. And I do think he was a little bit impressed because he did ask me to go sailing that weekend. And I've always wanted to like strive towards that happiness, but to be honest, it hasn't always been that easy, and life just throws these curveballs, and I've definitely gone through some tough patches that has been really hard to talk about and definitely hard to like film and put in the videos. And not too long ago, I read that up to 70% of people who could benefit from therapy don't seek it, often due to stigma or barriers like cost or access. Which is why I'm super happy to be in a paid partnership with BetterHelp this week. And I think making therapy more convenient and less intimidating for everyone is an incredible goal. With BetterHelp, you just answer a quick questionnaire, get matched with a therapist, and if it doesn't feel right, you can switch anytime at no extra cost. Oh, I think Brian is actually calling out right. But before I go, if you feel like you could benefit from therapy too, click the link in the description or head on over to betterhelp.com/Delos for 10% off your first month. Okay.
Let me show you.
Well, I'm so impressed.
So we have one ordinary hinge where the bushings are gone. Destroyed, right? If we take a piece of fuel hose with a bolt in it and we insert that bolt in there like so, and then we do 2 of those, then we push it in real good like, and then we proceed to tighten it. It compresses the fuel hose and it expands it and it makes it really tight.
Oh.
So I just do this.
Then it makes it really tight. Boom, done.
Boom, done. I'll spare you the grief of tightening it, but this one turned out like that. And so it spins like that.
Wow, really?
I think it'll work.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
Good job.
Don't tell me you're not impressed.
I am, like that, I'm very impressed with Brian.
Are you impressed?
I'm
that's
really impressed.
Oh, thank you, Nugget. We'll finish this up, okay?
Love it.
Bye-bye, Anchorage 30.
Yeah, it was nice there.
It was a nice anchorage.
The weather's gonna come up though. I
Yeah,
don't think it's gonna be very comfortable tomorrow.
yeah, it's gonna be like probably 25 knots, maybe?
Yeah, maybe more.
Maybe more, maybe 30 at times. So we decided to pick up the hook because when a high tide is, the swell comes over the reef a little bit, the way that the wind angle is here. So, and I also think because there is so much like wind and swell, the clarity is actually less here than it was at the other place. So we decided to move, get through all the shallows again, but now we have our track, so just gonna follow our track out and find a different spot.
That's it.
That's about that.
In our attempt to find a bit of shelter, we moved over to anchorage number 11. But yeah, it wasn't quite the calm, safe haven we were hoping for.
It's blowing a solid 35 knots in the anchorage, which makes it not super comfortable. We did see it on the forecast. That's one of the reasons why we're in this anchorage. But even though it's protected, we're still moving around quite a lot. We're holding good. I'm gonna check the weather and see. I think it's supposed to last a day or maybe 2 days. But yeah, it's not great. Woke us up early. It's a little hard to sleep when it's like that. Sierra came in from her room and said, "Dad, why is the boat moving? Are we sailing?" And it's like, "No, Sierra, we're not sailing. The wind is just up and it's made the anchorage like kind of crappy." You can see these big puffs just moving across the water because they come up over the trees. And then when they hit us, the whole boat goes, "Ooh," and then we rock. Yeah. Anyway, it's not great, but it's part of cruising life, so probably won't do much today. Probably hang out on the boat. I don't know. We'll see what the day brings. Good morning.
Morning.
How did you guys sleep?
That one.
Yeah, good until the wind came up at like 5 a.m.
Well, it did. It hit us like a brick wall.
Yeah.
It's okay. We're safe. The boat's just... Sierra, how did you sleep? Did something wake you up this morning? What happened?
We were sailing up.
You thought we were sailing?
We're reading about sport fishing.
Ah.
It's a barracuda.
A barracuda? Are you sure?
Didn't we just figure out it was a skipjack?
You know Mommy knows her skipjacks. Anytime Mommy says it's skipjack, it's skipjack. Don't argue with her. She knows. So this morning, because it's a storm morning, we are going to celebrate by making...
Waffle!
Can you help me? Can you be my mixer? Can you be my chief mixer, please?
Yes, and this one guy can be your helper mixer.
I have 2 helpers. Okay, here you go, kiddo. Please mix. Please mix.
I'm gonna mix for you.
That's great.
Mix,
Oh, nice job.
mix, mix.
Perfect. What do you think, Kaz? Waffles?
Waffles!
And then, do you want to hang out or do you want to move?
I think we should maybe try to find a little bit more protected spot.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
You want to take a look at the charts and tell me what you find?
Yeah.
And I'm going to get on this waffle maker.
Okay.
Good job, Sierra. You're excited, Noise?
Yes.
I'm so excited too. I'm so hungry.
What do you want to put on it, Sierra?
What?
Okay, here you go. You want to put on some Nutella and syrup?
Yes.
Okay. Hey, get your finger out of the chocolate jar. Like how much? Like that
Wow,
much?
yeah, that's enough.
Is that enough?
We gotta do school after this too.
What? School?
Thank you, Brian.
Well, we've decided to move the boat to this anchorage around behind us because I think the wind is getting funneled through this little gap. So you can see there's this little gap in front of us, and we're experiencing winds that are maybe 10 to 15 knots heavier than it should be. So we're just gonna get the hook up and we're gonna run around to right here, very close, because it's got a bigger hill that should give us a little bit more protection. All right, I'm in gear, Cass. Forward. The problem is that the slower I go, the less water flow I have over the rudder, and so then it makes it impossible to keep the bow up into the wind. And so the second the boat stops moving, then the bow gets blown down like it's doing right now, and then it's gonna jerk everything sideways. Watch this. The bow's getting blown down, Kaz. I'll go up on the throttle. Still got 30 meters out, 35 meters. The good thing is the second I come off the throttle, it'll just blow us away from the shore, so I'm not too worried about it. And it's deep right up to the shore, so we can overshoot it by a little bit. Here we go. Nice job, Kaz. Should be a pretty quick trip with 30 knots of wind behind us.
Pretty windy.
How was that, windy?
I was like, wind blow.
That went pretty
I
smooth.
think there was so much force on the clip for the stubber that it actually bent it.
Oh, it's
So-
been bent for a while.
Yeah, but now it's like really
It's
bent.
really
Like you
bent?
can't
Oh.
even close it. So
Oh, great.
it was really hard for me to get it out from the chain because it was like stuck in there,
Okay.
bent.
Good
so,
job.
but we got it.
Okay, short motor,
Yeah.
and hopefully it'll be more protected. I think the elevation is like way higher behind that hill over there.
Yeah.
So we'll tuck.
Tuck in there and see what happens.
Yeah, see what happens.
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
we'll be back. We'll report back shortly.
Hopefully in a calmer spot. Another thing that has been quite a change for coming back to Delos now is that Sierra's age where she started school already in Australia. We're continuing that with homeschooling on the boat right now. So I bought like a curriculum and we're doing those exercises every day, and it's been definitely a learning curve. I've never been a teacher and I really needed to find my inner peace and practice patience in so many ways. She's amazing. I was really nervous about this because it's just, I don't know, I've just never done it before, and just finding a way to like inspire them when they don't feel interested in something is something that hats off to all incredible teachers out there, because I find it incredibly difficult, like to just, you know, when she's interested, she loves numbers, so that's not an issue. But like letters is harder and she doesn't really want to do it. And we've definitely been needing to both kind of work together. And sometimes I've kind of changed the exercises a little bit to fit her better, her personality. She moves around more than like, I can't do flashcards. Like after one card, she's just like looking into the wall with blind, you know, just like not interested at all. So it's been a learning curve, but another thing that is different too is that because of that, my day has had to change a bit because I'm spending a couple of hours a day doing the homeschooling, which means that all the video stuff and yeah, all the other work that I have on the computer with Delos 2.0 and all that stuff kind of has to happen before she wakes up. So I've been waking up at 5 a.m. Most mornings and just like trying to work through that work, and then she wakes up and then we start the homeschooling after breakfast, and then we do that for a little bit, for a couple of hours, and then we go exploring. So a little bit of an adjustment, but I think we're doing our best and that's all you can do.
Daddy, I just got 2 more to do, then I'm done.
Finally, the wind calmed down and gifted us a beautiful sunrise. After a few days of boat jail, it's good to wake up to the sound of silence. No howling gusts, no rattling rigging, just the gentle lap of water and the golden light creeping in through the hatch.
What boat work is happening here today, right? Jeez.
Well, after the last passage, which was quite sporty, we noticed some water back here, and it was salt water. And the only place that water can come in the boat, it wasn't a lot, but with the way the boat was leaning, it kind of like collected in this locker over here. The only way I think it can get in here is the stuffing. So this is the rudder shaft. I've already got the quadrant off. These are the push and the pull cables that come from the helm. This is the rudder position indicator for the autopilot. And this is the autopilot. So I've got everything disconnected and I just got the quadrant off. And you can see that this is wet and the quadrant is made out of normal steel, so it's starting to rust and corrode off. So I decided to take the whole thing apart so I can take a look at this. Usually you can just tighten up this. This is the, I don't know what it's called, I think it's like a packing gland, and then the packing for the shaft is underneath here. So I'll probably take this off, inspect it, and then I've got this wrench, which is the big size, to tighten that packing gland. And then I'll clean it all back up, put some rust dissolver on it, paint the quadrant, and then it's not great, I mean, but it's gotta be done, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, it sucks to have that leak coming in.
Yeah.
Even though it's not a lot.
It's not a lot, it's just annoying when you get salt water in the boat, you know?
Yeah.
So this is the keeper that keeps the gland nut from spinning. This little guy. Now that that's off, I've got this tool here. I think I did this like a long time ago, like 6 or 7, maybe probably longer ago. That's why I have this wrench. It's probably
I feel like you did it like in the Indian Ocean somewhere.
Yeah.
And you had that tool made.
That would be like 10 years ago.
I'm pretty sure.
Okay, so that's not seized on there. That's good. So let's just get this off of here and see if we can do it without sinking the boat.
Oh no. It's gonna be water coming in?
No. I hope not. Have a look at it.
Yep.
A Saturday project. All right, well, that rust converter is drying. I cleaned this area up here, so it's looking a lot better. And then I'm gonna install this, tighten that down, compress that packing gland, and just watch it for a while and see if I see any drips. And then we will take it from there. It should take 1 to 2 hours for that rust converter to dry, and then I'll paint it. So it is kind of a all afternoon project by the time you're done with it. It's just how it is, I guess.
Waiting for the rust converter to dry gave us a perfect excuse to slow down and let me play hooky from boat projects for a bit while we explored this amazing spot.
It's like Jurassic Park, huh? Welcome to another little beautiful island in Tonga. This has kind of been our little daily routine is we'll find an anchorage, we'll sit for a little while, we'll jump in the dinghy, we'll go do some snorkeling, we'll find a little beach, and we'll just chill for a couple hours. It's pretty nice. A lot of these beaches only exist at low tide, and the tide is coming up, so we're losing our beach right now. But for the time being, it's beautiful.
After a well-deserved and seriously fun break, we're back on Delos, ready to piece together the rudder stock and find out if we finally stopped that pesky leak.
I really just tightened it down another turn from where it was before. It's looking pretty spiffy. There it is, freshly painted. Still wet, in fact, but I'm fudging it a little bit to put it together before it dries because it's the afternoon and it's almost time to start drinking rum and cokes. You know how that is. There's one thing I wanted to mention. So this is the bonding wire for the bonding system on Delos. The zincs for the boat are on either side of the rudder. And the reason why I'm mentioning this is because you can see that I did not paint there. That's just raw metal. I also did not paint on the inside part of this. And the reason why I didn't do that is because it's very important that you have a good electrical contact between this bonding wire and the rudder stock, because the rudder stock is what connects down to the zincs on the bottom of the rudder. So if I had painted one of those two surfaces, it would have negatively impacted the bonding to the zincs on the rudder, which is not good. So that's worth mentioning. Now I've just got to put everything back together, grease up the linkages, tighten everything up, and cross our fingers that we actually solved the problem and didn't just do a bunch of work. Well, it had to be painted anyway, so at least I did that. We'll tighten that up and see how we go. Okay, looking good so far. Now just one last test, because this bonding strap is so important. I'm just going to check continuity between the bolts. So we've got 0.1 ohms like that, and if I go between the bolt and the rudder stock, 0.1 ohms. So we've got a good connection there, so that's good. Okay, time to clean up. Time for a rum.
Is it just me, or does cleaning always take way longer than expected? I was really looking forward to grabbing a drink with Kaz, but she was completely in the zone, working hard on the interior layout of Delos 2.0.
Another thing that has been going on with Delos 2.0 is a lot of the interior in the guest cabin. So in the aft cabin, in the port side of the port hall, I'm working with Steve to really finalize like all the wardrobes, and also the kind of inboard side is all gonna be kind of cubby holes and also some sliding doors, and we're working on that right now. He's also finalizing the doors. I was very particular with the doors. I want them to open inwards kind of thing. So that was kind of a weird one because the hole, you know, the shape of the hole, but I think we got that sorted. But he's sending me basically 3D drawings, and I've been going through, and in like a program called eDrawings, I can view, I can measure, I can kind of like zoom around. It's very tricky to orient it, like, I don't know, to just zoom around in this program is like pretty weird. It's not like super user friendly, but it's amazing to be able to, you know, just like visually see it. Because I was originally, you know, like weeks ago sending him pictures and just like, this is how I think it's gonna be, and then, you know, we go to this, and then when we okay this, then he starts fabricating basically.
The attention to detail and work required for professional interior design far exceeds the fabrication of the hull itself. Luckily, I'm putting a lot of trust in Kaz, because let's be honest, decorating, choosing colors, and what looks good is definitely not one of my strong suits. But I do know what I'm good at. It's fixing stuff. And since this episode seems to be all about boat projects, here's another one of those annoying little jobs that likes to pop up from time to time.
Well, I suspect I have a not so pleasant task to check out this morning. I was running the water maker last night and the pressure suddenly dropped, and then we stopped getting water feed, and I just said, I'm not going to worry about that. It's nighttime, so I went to bed. And then this morning, I noticed that the toilet water is starting to smell a little bit funny. And so I have a sneaking suspicion that one of the jellyfish, of which there are hundreds upon hundreds in this anchorage, probably got sucked up into the sea strainer and is blocking things up and is probably a festering mess in there. So that's this morning's task. Actually, even though it's nasty, I hope that's it, because if we have a problem with the low pressure pump for the water maker, that's going to suck a lot more than just a clogged sea strainer filter. So let's head in there and see if I'm correct and what nastiness awaits me. I also put on gloves because last time I did this in Mexico, I got jellyfish burns all over my hands. Oh, it's not that bad. Okay, I'm gonna try and pump this out of here. It's thick, Kaz. It's like jellyfish soup. You can feel it in the pump.
Yeah, it's like kind of...
Look at it. Oh. Ooh, it's really hard to pump.
That's probably why then, huh?
God, I'm doing really good with my smells.
Good.
Oh, there's so much in there.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Oh.
Ooh. Look at all that. Oh, you lost a piece.
Did I?
Yep.
Great. Oh, there's so many chunky
bits.
I'm trying to find a real good chunk.
Yeah.
It's like really
Jelly.
I mean, it's really hard stuff.
Yeah, they're big too. They're big jellyfish.
They are. And their bodies are very jelly.
Yeah.
Look at that. That's what was clogging it up.
Yeah.
And starting to rot in there. Ugh.
It took a few moments to clean up that mess, and after another set of gagging my guts out over the smell of rotting jellyfish, I finally got it sorted. Some smells just don't mess around.
Okay, I think Brian should be just about ready to clean it out, so I'm gonna test it and see if it flushes good now.
Smells nicely.
Yep, that sounds pretty good to me. And it didn't smell anything or anything like that, so we can check that thing off the list. yeah, thank you guys for watching this week's video. We've been having an amazing time here in Tonga, but it's time to move on, and we're actually having some VIP guests arriving tomorrow, so that will be in next week's video though, so stay tuned. And for next week, where we have a lot of fun things happening and a pretty big sale ahead of us too. So yeah, thank you for watching and see you next week.
Another exciting day ahead. New crew arriving, and we're getting ready to set sail again.
So how much sailing have you done then?
When did we leave?
It feels good to be back in motion. Look at this guy. Is it windy? Can you show us how you walk into the wind?
Try.
Come on,
Go fast.
you can do it.
Go.
Come on, put your hand up, protect your face. Wow.
I got
Okay.
no pants on.
You put some pants on, child.
Nope. Mom, I'm gonna fly. I'm flying.
You're flying? And then maybe I'm like...
Are you on the foredeck?
Good job, Sierra.
And wait, you really love this flower I got?
That's a very nice flower.
Woohoo!